know what time it is. Man. You know what I do. Watch the spin.
Where you at? Come on.
Hey!
Better start charging, my boy.
Easy, bro.
Chicago Bears trolling the Baltimore Ravens, who removed the ping pong table, the pinball machine, any and all tomfoolery gone from the locker room. That was a thing earlier this week. Coach John Harbaugh said it was a player decision made earlier in the year, and that's fine. The problem is you do that after the game, Chicago Bears.
Right.
You don't do it before the game because you don't want to give the wounded opponent any reason to be even more motivated. You want them to be apathetic. You don't want them to be pissed off. Right now, how could they not be apathetic? Now they're going to be pissed off, potentially. And, oh, they don't pay attention, things like that. Sure. I think that while well-intentioned, it's something that you post on Victory Monday, not on Road to Defeat Friday.
This is something that the Bears media team can learn from NBC. All right, learn from McKenzie, okay? You know what you should do? Just do dances. Have the Bears doing some TikTok dances.
Somebody may get injured.
Like, come on. Like, the Bears have a nice little run here going under Ben Johnson. I wondered what it was going to look like. I'm sure you did too. After we saw them blow that game against the Vikings and they went to Detroit, they got blown out against the Lions. Really wasn't sure what the Ben Johnson Bears were going to look like in 2025. They've turned it around, have a nice defense. They've turned some people over. It looked like a pretty good team. But you're not quite there yet where you can troll a team that has historically been one of the better teams in the NFL. And Lamar Jackson is practicing this week. It's just, don't give them any kind of life. They're all the Baltimore Ravens are one more push away from being dead for the season. Just one push away, it's over. One loss away, and that's it. Don't give them any kind of motivation to wake up and find something against you as you're establishing yourself as a good team, but you're not established yet. You're not so established that you can do things like that.
And if you were established, you'd know not to do things like that because you would have learned the lesson along the way to being established. This is
and I say this, Mike.
The Bears
here's the
are
other
a work
thing.
in
I'll say real quick. Ben Johnson has nothing to do with it. It's a social media team. I'll bet Ben Johnson saw it and did the emoji of, oh, are you kidding? It's probably a social media team just trying to have some fun. Didn't run it by football operations, and here it is.
I would like to think that every coach will insist that before anything goes out, someone on the staff sees it. And if that person has any doubt, I see it. Because that is the thing that goes out to the world under the heading of the team. So anything that we say can and will be used against us. So I would say any NFL coach should have a system in place so that anything that gets put on social media is seen by someone on the coach's staff. Not necessarily the coach, but someone on the staff. I think that is critical because it immediately splashes back to you if the social media team is the one that steps in it.
And they'll bring it up. You know they'll bring it up. If the Ravens win the game, they're going to have some things to say about it in the post-game locker room. No doubt. Now, the question is that really going to factor into it? I mean, do you agree with the decision that the players made, according to John Harbaugh, it was the players' decision to take everything out of the locker room and I guess refocus and think about what the real job is to start winning some games. Do you agree with that, to take the fun away?
Well, it depends upon the specifics of the circumstance. And Jason Garrett said yesterday that it can be good to have these things around, but if guys are checking the time to get out of the meeting so they can get back to the ping pong tournament, then it's a problem. So there's a point where it becomes a distraction. It can be an enhancement. It can be a distraction, because Jason Garrett also told the story of Dak Prescott's rookie year. Late on a Wednesday night, coaches are grinding away, getting ready for the game. They hear hooping and hollering coming from the locker room. They're playing hamper basketball, and it's a great bonding experience, right? They're doing it on their own time, but that's a way to get guys closer. Things like that can pull a team together, but a win is what the Ravens need right now to pull their team together. So if the players chose to do it as an expression of extreme focus in what has become a lost season, and for proof of that, look at how the odds have changed for making the playoffs. Minus 650. They were no-brainers to make the playoffs before the season, to now it's still plus 100. That is something. Who's betting it to the odds? They're 1-5, Michael, making the playoffs. Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, I think those. Yeah, 1-5. I know it was just one game, but if the Steelers had won last week, if the Steelers had beaten the Bengals, I think those odds would look a little different. I mean, it's just one win does wonders. Just a single win. So this, maybe 2 weeks ago, I would have said, hey, the Bengals have no shot. The Bengals have no shot. They bring in Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco gets them a win. Now they've got 3 wins. The Steelers have 4. The Bengals have 3. I thought the gulf between the Steelers and Bengals was huge, but it's one game if you just look at wins. And now the Ravens, they're 1-5. They look like they're dead, but they got Lamar Jackson coming back. What happens if the Steelers lose to the Packers and the Ravens beat the Bears? So you got 2 wins to their 4. You got a long way to go, but you're not totally out of it. So I can see why the odds are what they are. And then you do have a multiple MVP returning. And I know the defense didn't look great when Lamar Jackson was healthy, but I understand people saying, I'm not going to bet against Lamar Jackson until they get to 6 losses or 7.
I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to play on. I don't think he's going to play on Sunday. Gut feeling. I don't think he's going to play.
Practice
Limited
yesterday?
Practice. What's that?
Practice what? Practice the last 2 days?
Limited. We don't know what limited means. Wednesday he showed up 20 minutes into practice. What does limited mean? We don't know. I don't think he's going to play. That's my gut feeling. Maybe the ping pong social media video is the thing that gets him to.
That's right.
I'm going to go out there with less than 100% hamstring. So I just have a gut feeling he's not going to play. But we'll see. And if they fall to 1-6, that's what makes those odds so ridiculous.
That's it.
You're plus 100 to make the playoffs, and you're 1 loss away from being 1-6. 12-1 to win, to make it to the Super Bowl. 22-1 to win it. 12-1 to get there. Are you kidding me? 12-1 right now. That team. All right, let's take a break. When we return, speaking of odds, hey, I knew it was inevitable, baby. I knew it. It's all here. It's all here.
There it is. Bring it over a little bit more.
Here.
There it is, right there.
And there's an NBA storyline. Well, not the NBA. There's a fictional professional basketball league storyline in here. We'll talk about the inevitable sports betting scandal that's rocking the sports world and the NBA next on PFT Live. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.